Hello, everyone. Welcome to Studio 7. I am Mercedes Wilson.
Hello, Mercedes Wilson.
What's your name?
I'm Dave Jickster. Hello, Autumn Lukowski.
Yes, and that is me.
Yes, and we're going to bring in Matt Beauvais as well. Matt is joining us. Hi, Matt.
Hi, guys. I see a
what's
couple lovely ladies and one nerd in the middle of that table over there.
I've been called a lot worse by him.
Yeah, well, this is because we're also on TV, not just online. I had to choose my words carefully. If we were just online, I would have had something stronger than nerd.
Well,
Right.
Dave, we're excited you're here. We're all fangirling. We're all like, I know Dave too. So we're very happy you're here.
It was so great to walk in. I haven't been in the newsroom in a long, long time.
Mhm.
And there's Michael Wooten and there's Jeff Russo. And there's just one big happy, hey, how you doing? And then I looked on the sheet here and I see this guy named Matt Beauvais, and I'm like, I can't wait. I was so looking forward to being with you, Mercedes and Autumn, and then I see Beauvais. And Beauvais have a long history. We have a good history.
Yeah.
But we've been friends for a long time and played hockey together. And I watched him grow from starting as a news reporter
Yep.
into a sports reporter, and now he's the director
Nice.
of sports. So I watched his career grow, and it has been very, very, very entertaining. And I was like a proud big brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
No,
is
Dave.
so cool.
That's very nice of you to say. And yeah, seriously, Dave has been a mentor from a very early point in my career. Like he kind of mentioned, I started Channel 7 about 11 years ago, but I was not in sports. I was just a general assignment news reporter / photographer / editor / whatever they told me to do. I tried to do it. And one of the first people I had to interview was Dave. And then I ended up actually for Rock Out Hunger, which we'll talk about, going and spending a night with him overnight, trying to see what that
we
whole
have to hear
process was
that.
like. Yeah, so that was a really lovely evening for the two of us. But then we became friends, like you just start to like see these people around more and more. And for like 5 or 6 years, we played hockey together every single weekend, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 6 a.m. And they all warned me, and I give them credit because I was pretty good at going out and playing. And they all warned me. They're like, you're going to get married and you're going to have a kid and you're going to stop
I
showing
told him
up.
life as you know it will be over.
Yeah.
I've seen him twice
I
since he
was
got
gonna say,
married. Had a beautiful
cut it
little
out.
girl.
Cut it
So
out.
like legitimately, I played hockey with these guys
Mhm.
3 days before my wedding. We played in an 11-day power play shift together on a Wednesday night. And I remember telling everybody, I am getting married on Saturday. Nobody touched me. Nobody looked at me. Nobody hurt me. My wife will murder me. And they're all like, yeah, we know, we won't. And also, we'll never see you again. And I legitimately have not put on a pair of my skates since that moment.
So the only constructive advice that I gave Matt Beauvais when he first started out, because he's such a nice guy.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So he's reporting, this is before he was a sports reporter, he's reporting like a fire. And he's smiling. He could never wipe that smile off his face.
Yeah.
So no matter what the news story is, whether it's a fire where someone just lost their house, or it's a light story about the Montreal Canadiens coming to town for the first time, he's smiling. Like, you can't smile when you're talking about a fire.
Yeah.
You got to put that hard news face on, and he could never do it.
So we switched to sports.
Yes.
Exactly. It's like, but the counter to that is like after a soul-crushing defeat in the playoffs, and I'm sitting there smirking with the microphone in my hand, and everybody's like, "What are you doing?" I've had so many people message me. They're like, "Get that grin off your face, you loser." And I'm like, okay, whatever. But we do a lot of smiling here on Studio 7, so I would say that
we do.
probably it's a good fit.
He's right at home.
Yeah.
He's right at home with that. So we have to talk about what you're about to do, because you have been doing feed or Rock Out Hunger for how long?
This is the 19th year.
19 years.
It's a long time.
Yeah, and it benefits Feedmore.
Yes, it benefits Feedmore, and it wasn't my idea. It was a great friend of mine who helped mold my career. His name is John Hager, and my first year working at 97 Rock, like I was like promotions director, and I had some airtime. I was kind of like a fill-in guy, but I wanted more airtime. And all the DJs that I worked with, a lot of them are still there. Like, there wasn't really a shift open for me. So John goes, I have an idea for you. He goes, we want to help out Feedmore, Western New York, and we want you to live on a truck. And And back then it was till the truck gets filled up with food.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, absolutely. And when I said, yeah, I want to do it, it was more about me. Oh, I can get some airtime on this, you know?
Right.
But it quickly became more about, and back then it was called the food bank, but it quickly became all about feed more. And then you learn about all the food pantries that are in the area. Hunger is everywhere.
Yep.
Now we're at Millers Fillmore Suburban Hospital now. We've been there 7 years. It's hard to blend into time, but the Williamsville Amherst area.
Yeah.
And in a mile radius from where we're at, there's 4 food pantries. And we're talking Amherst, Williamsville. People don't think, oh, there's hungry people in Amherst, but hunger is everywhere.
Yeah,
There's
it is.
400
It is.
pantries in a 4-county area. Feed more serve, over 400. So it quickly became less about me getting airtime, and then hearing stories from people that come and donate that needed feed more at one time, and then people trying to donate lottery tickets because they don't have any money to donate, but they want to donate lottery tickets to help. And then people donating food because they're scared they might lose their job and have to rely on Feed More at one point. I mean, so it quickly became about the people and what Feed More Western New York does. And it's great. It's something I look forward to. You get miserable on that truck and get cold, but basically it's an old fashioned radio stunt. What better way to draw attention to a cause than sacrifice a week out of your life
absolutely.
each year? You get a little cold, you get a little cranky, but it's really when you're all done with it, it's a great feeling. And it's not just me, it's the station that dedicates the whole week to Feed More. We still play great music and the other DJs around, but they come over and help load up the truck as well.
That's great. Good
Beauvais?
Lord. Beauvais, yes, Matt. Can you stick with us a little longer because we do want to hear the story?
Oh, we have so many stuff. How long is
Yeah.
this show? 4 or 5 hours?
We'll be right back. So, like we told you, we're still live online.
Yeah. So when I start rambling like that,
No, you're
kick
not
me.
rambling. You're not
Kick
rambling.
me under the table.
You're not rambling.
Right on
but Alyssa's over
I
there in
don't
the
mind
corner.
you talking. I'm
Alyssa's
good.
over there in the corner saying, "Hey, we got a wrap here."
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry, Alyssa.
So you're not rambling.
Yeah, no, we're good.
all.
No.
This will restart when we come back on air, and when it gets to 0, that's when we go to break. So
Okay.
that gives us a little
Some water.
idea of what it is. Thank you
Oh, thank
so
you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
You guys want to see something wild?
appreciate it.
It's during the commercial, so I could probably make this work. So I'm in the Bills press box right now. So normally for like a football game, this entire space would be obviously full. But like, look how weird it is watching a football game out there. Doesn't the stadium look like almost completely empty? Because there's some high school football fans and families and stuff here, but like even the sidelines are empty. Like NFL teams will have that entire thing filled because there's so many people who are out there. But obviously, it's not quite the production as a NFL game is out here. So
You realize how big the NFL is. When you have like a high school championship game there, and you have literally everybody from a town in the stadium, and like everybody from the town's
looks
there,
like
and
5
it looks
people.
like nobody's there.
Yeah,
That
it
is so cool,
definitely
though.
wild.
We used to be on the 50-yard line, the press box, till about
Yes.
6 years ago, 7 years ago, and then they put us in the corner.
Yeah, and the new stadium, it's going to be touching the sky, basically. The new press box. We're gonna be right in between the clouds as we're watching the games. But that's just kind of new stadium, whatever, they can sell
Alyssa,
seats in
how
those
much time
spots.
do we have?
Right.
Okay, so we have a minute before we come back. Howard is saying the Bills need to be on target this week, and I hope they're resting and planning. Beauvais, you want to throw something in really
Well,
quick?
how about this? This literally just happened while we were during the commercial break. The Chiefs kicker is going on injured reserve, so they need to sign a new kicker. Basically, it's a kicker.
Oh.
It's not like it's the end of the world or anything. But I mean, look at how much we were talking about Tyler Bass a couple weeks ago with his big kick at the end. I mean, like the Chiefs legitimately have one of the best kickers in the NFL. Yeah, Laurie just says Butker. Yes, so. Chiefs kicker Harrison Butker expected to miss 3 to 4 weeks and likely headed to injured reserve with a knee injury. They will have a new kicker on Sunday. So just like another little added layer piece to the big puzzle that is this game on Sunday. It's gonna be a
Autumn,
good
I hope
one.
it's gonna be windy.
Weather's going to be actually pretty good. Low winds. Great for November. I was just thinking as you were just talking about, who's going to be there for the Chiefs. I'm like, oh, are we going to bring up Tay-Tay? Because her first concert is tonight. My nieces, they wanted to go forever. They're 8 years old. They no ticket. Their parents could not get them tickets. Somehow at the last minute, my cousin's friend got them the 4 tickets to go today. So they got on a train and they went to Toronto tonight.
That's like
amazing.
winning a lottery. Because I want to tell you something. So, and I don't care. I am a Swiftie, and I can tell you, I can go into details here.
Listen,
back.
we're having so much fun during the break. We're talking about Taylor Swift right now.
Because why not?
Yes, we're talking about Taylor Swift right now. And join us on social media if you want to join in on these conversations. We love to hear from you, get your comments. But join us. You'll have fun during the breaks. But before the break,
I have a great Taylor Swift story. I'm going to
you
tell.
want to tell it?
Autumn.
Tell it.
Well, so Rogers Center holds. What do you think it holds, Beauvais? 50,000.
Yeah, I would say like 40, 45 is my
Let's say
guess.
it holds 50. That way we can do the math.
Sure.
And there's 6 shows, right?
Yes.
So that's 300,000 people.
Yes.
Do you know how many people went to Ticketmaster Verified Fan to register to buy tickets for 6 shows at the Rogers Center?
No clue.
I do because I heard you say it on the radio.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
You're welcome.
300,000 seats for the 6 shows, right?
Sure.
31 million people
Whoa.
registered to get tickets for the 6 shows in Toronto. 31 million out of 300,000. So people that are going,
Yeah.
it's like winning the lottery.
It is.
Congratulations.
It really is. So my 8-year-old nieces are headed up to Toronto tonight. I know we're kind of off topic with everything, but it's the
We're all over the
Bills.
place.
Yeah.
The kicker for the Chiefs
Yeah.
is gone. I'm like, well,
It's just like my
maybe
radio
Tay
show.
Tay's
Let's
going
talk
to
about
be
Tay
there.
Tay.
So they really wanted to go. They couldn't get the tickets. My cousin said, this might sound outlandish, but it might be cheaper for me to fly overseas and get a ticket to one of her shows there than it is to buy a ticket to go to Toronto. Because they were like $1,500, $1,500, $1,800, $1,900. And somehow, some way, the 2 nieces and my cousin and my sister were able to
That is so
go.
cool.
Is that not
That
crazy?
is so cool.
So I'm so happy for them.
Yes, me too. I'm happy for them too.
That is
You
so
know who?
cool.
You know who else is going
Who? Are you really?
on Saturday? Yeah, I'm going Saturday.
Nice.
Yeah, so yeah.
Why are you
Why
a
are you
Swiftie,
saying it like
Beauvais?
that?
Why are you a Swiftie?
I'm not a Swiftie, but my wife definitely is. Like my wife has
What a
seen
good
her.
husband.
Yeah, my wife has seen her several. Like I'll tell you, the very legitimate conversation we had last night. So we won tickets in the lottery, just like you said. Of the 31
Yeah.
million people that entered, we are somehow 4 of the people who won. So we got 4 tickets. My wife, myself, my brother-in-law, and my mother-in-law are the 4 people who are going. Last night we were
Wow.
talking about like, should we sell these tickets? Because you can sell them for an earth-shattering amount of money because there is such a
Right.
demand. So my wife basically was like, I'm going. I really want to go. Now that
You can sell your ticket, but I'm going.
so I was like, hey, listen, the Toronto Maple Leafs are hosting the Edmonton Oilers. Why don't I go to that for like $100? We sell the Taylor Swift ticket, we make the money, and we can still drive together. And she's like, no, I want you to come. So I am going. I'm not like a Swiftie, but I certainly
I don't,
appre-
you shouldn't say
appreciate
that, Matt.
it.
You know how many people want that seat? You
No,
got to say, I am
You're
a
like, sell
Swiftie.
it,
I
sell
am
it,
ready
sell
to
it.
go.
Yeah.
I am very excited for the experience. I am very excited to see, like, because obviously Dave has been to like a bajillion concerts and he's seen like Bruce Springsteen like 1,000 times. Like, I know that the Taylor Swift concert is a once in a lifetime experience. So I'm more excited for, I think, the entire production and the energy than I am necessarily for like the individual songs. But I am excited to be part of it.
And this
Right.
is why people, I think, should respect Taylor Swift. And hear me out, everybody. I'm a rock and roll guy, but hear me out. The girl started country music, and she worked her butt off. She went to all these like little radio stations all around the country and would do interviews, and she writes her own songs. It's not like she's a karaoke singer like a lot of country singers are. They don't write their own songs. They have songwriters, and they're attractive, and they play a few chords on the guitar maybe, and they sing. She writes her own songs. She writes her own songs about, a lot of them are about breakups and relationships that any girl, 8-year-old girl, think they can relate, but they can't until they get a little older.
Yeah.
But she writes all these songs people can relate to, especially teenage girls that have gone through a breakup or older. And then she basically, country music, somehow there was some kind of conflict. So she basically recorded all her own albums and made them more less country poppy.
Mm-hmm.
And now the girl puts together her own show, choreographs her own show, and she sells out stadiums. And each city she's in, she donates money to the city. She donates money. She gave her crew, each truck driver, like $100,000. I mean, the girl is very generous. She helps people nonstop. She writes her own songs, and she's selling out stadiums without an opening band. It's like, this is a phenomenon.
Yeah.
Everybody should embrace it.
Yeah, and she's
And
like,
they are
Yeah.
31 million of them.
Yeah, but the last time she was at the stadium, there was a video of her walking into the stadium and somebody yelling, "You're a disgrace to this planet." Like, why are people so mad at her? Like,
I don't know.
like, why
Well,
would anybody
success,
yell at
probably success.
Yeah, I mean,
I
as
just don't get
many as people love people,
Yeah.
say
She
bad
pl-
things too.
She played the Erie County Fair and is
Yes.
now selling out shows at a clip that nobody has ever done before. And not for what it's like, for what it's worth, her set list is like 3 hours. Do you know
And
how
she changes it up.
Yeah.
that is so impressive and difficult to do. I mean, like, it is almost like re-altered what people think about a concert, because they go to a concert, it's an hour and 20 minutes, which is totally normal. And they're like, oh my gosh, they barely played anything, because Taylor Swift plays like 3 hours. And that's way more the norm than Taylor Swift playing a 3-hour show.
And the last thing I'll add real quick is she's job security for guys like me that work at a classic rock radio station. She brings up people like Mick Jagger and introduces them to her young female audience. She brings up Bryan Adams. She brings up Bruce Springsteen. She brought up Carly Simon, who sings the song "You're So Vain, You Probably Think This Song Is About You." She's introducing all these classic artists to her audience. So
I love your excitement about
yeah,
that.
absolutely. I wish Beauvais, sell me. Beauvais, you should give me that
I'll
ticket.
go with Andrea.
Yeah,
Tell Andrea I'm a lot of fun.
I bet.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
Well, have fun.
So
Have fun.
anyway,
Thank you. I'm gonna stick. I'll stick around for the last segment. It's fine. I'll just
Okay,
rush.
cool.
I'll stick around.
Okay, we'll be right back. I love that. I absolutely love that.
This is about
Dave.
as organized as my radio show. I'm
No,
all over the
this
place.
is what we do
just,
though. So this is
it's
fabulous.
Just, yeah,
this is
you
what we
go
do.
off topic. We'll
Well,
definitely
Oh,
talk
we got
about
one
it.
more segment. We got one more.
Yeah.
I was blaming myself for being unorganized because you guys are trying to go by, and I'm like, let's talk about Taylor Swift.
No,
No,
we love
that's
it.
what-
We love it.
When we
I
were in the
love it.
middle of that,
Make
because
sure-
it's a hot subject,
For sure.
Make sure
Let's make sure we talk about Rock Out Hunger in the last segment, just so we get that a lot of attention. And also,
Yeah.
Dave, what is your take? Have you been following any of this Zach Bryan stuff? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, well, I know a little bit of it. Zach Bryan just did like a Bruce Springsteen joined him on stage a couple times.
Yeah,
but
I
then
saw.
there was another twist. There was a twist, another story that came out about him that I remember reading it on my show prep sheet, and I remember skipping over it because it's country. So what?
So I saw him in June at Ohio Stadium, like where the Ohio State Buckeyes play. He sold out back-to-back nights, 100,000 people. So like he
Wow.
is a massive, massive performer right now. But his relationship with his girlfriend ended pretty poorly, and allegedly she turned down like a $12 million NDA offer from him, and is now like sharing that she went through like a ton of. I think it was, I don't want to like say the wrong thing, but it sounded more like kind of like emotional damages than anything like physical, but really interesting. I mean, $12 million is an obscene amount of money for somebody to walk away from, but she has now been very vocal about like, you can't buy my silence and all this kind of stuff. So, you know, he's obviously, you know, a very, very popular person, but I know that this has been going on the last couple of weeks.
Wow, and then Garth got accused of some stuff too. So it's like, wow.
Yeah, I did see that. A couple questions for the Bills here on the side, just not to change topic. Kathy, who are you picking to win Sunday? Matt, besides the refs, I actually do think the Bills are going to win this game. I think that. Well, let me tell you this. I think the Bills are going to win this game, but if they lose this game, I think they're going to beat the Chiefs in the playoffs if they play them again. I really do kind of think that. That doesn't mean I think that they're going to like win the Super Bowl for sure or anything. I just think the Bills are a very balanced team. And then Lori asked a question about Amari Cooper. Lori, I actually just talked to him probably an hour ago, and he said he's going to play. He said he's going to play. He's got a brace on his left hand, like on his wrist, a small cast. So I'm sure he's got to like learn how to like catch with a wrist on, but he did say he's going to play.
Interesting.
Nice.
Yeah, because me and Jeff Russo, we were talking about the game on Sunday, and I was like, I don't know who's gonna win. I mean,
Yeah.
you got everyone in this stadium. The weather's going to be great. And hold on.
Yeah, we're coming back. We're coming back. Too many good conversations.
How's my hair look?
Your hair looks great. Welcome back to Studio 7. I'm telling you, we're having a good time during these breaks. You got to join us over
I
here
want
on
to be
social
on this show every day.
Come on by. We would love it. We would love it. So we have to talk a little bit more about Rock Out Hunger.
Yes, that's the reason I'm here.
Well,
Yes.
no, you're here because we like you too.
Well, I'm going to blame Autumn and Beauvais
But-
for getting us on the Taylor Swift kick.
Taylor Swift, who's going to win this weekend? I don't know. There's a lot of everything. But here's the thing, like the weather has been so great too. You don't start thinking that, Thanksgiving is a week away.
Yeah.
And Rock Out Hunger is just before that.
Yeah.
And so
Crazy.
many people are in need. Just so many walks of life. My
Yeah.
grandmother is 90 years old. And
bless her.
she gets so excited when food pantry comes up. I think
Yep.
it's every Tuesday she
Yep.
goes. And she goes, well, and this Tuesday I get the whole meal. I get the turkey. I get, everything. And she always made Thanksgiving dinner for us.
Yeah.
I mean, there were 20 something people. That's why I love to do it. And now she can't really do much of that. And the fact that she can go and get the whole meal and not worry about it. Number one, getting to the store and grabbing all
Yeah.
that stuff. And of course the price of it all. So it means a lot to a lot of people.
So feed more. A lot of people think, people that go to the food bank, they don't work, or they're abusing the systems that are in place, and that's not the case at all. I don't have the actual percentages, because they differ from year to year, but Feed More serves elderly people, like Autumn said, situations like that. They serve people that work their whole lives but retired and just can't pay their bills. I mean, we see the prices in the supermarkets now.
Yep.
Veterans, elderly people, and then there's a lot of families out there that have a family of 4 or more or a little less and work 2 or 3 jobs and have to pay their electric bill
Still
and have
need
to
it.
pay, and then
Still
they have
need
to, do you pay your electric bill or do you put your food on the
Yep.
table?
Yep.
So there's a lot of families like that are just struggling. So, yeah.
And you can donate if you can't. Howard is asking if we can't drop off the food itself. Is there a place we can go to donate? You can donate as well. To the
Yes,
cause.
there is a QR code at 97rock.com, and if there's not one yet, there's going to be on Channel 7, WKBW.com's website, because we are partners in this. But yeah, there's a QR code. You can scan your phone, and for those of you that aren't tech savvy and don't know how to work a QR code on your phone, I deal with a lot of people like that. I think there's a link you just click on, and you can donate.
Yeah.
And we have stuff. We have Trans-Siberian Orchestra tickets we're giving away. We're randomly going to
Nice.
draw names for people that donate. And I secured, I don't want to name drop in front of you, Beauvais, but I have an autographed Josh Allen authentic Buffalo Bills helmet signed by Josh Allen and Jim Kelly. And that'll be the
Ooh.
I love
grand
that. I
prize.
love that.
Josh Allen, Jim Kelly, on an authentic Buffalo Bills ham. David Adams hooked me up with the helmet.
Yeah.
And we're going to give that away as a grand prize for anybody who donates.
Nice.
Whether you donate $1 or a can of beans or $10,000,
Yeah.
you're going to be in the drawing.
And you're sitting in that truck the whole week.
I'm in the truck. I live in the truck. I
When does it
basically
happen
shower
again?
twice. It starts 1:30 Tuesday, November 19th,
Okay.
and it goes right through Tuesday, 10 a.m. Tuesday, November 26th.
And where are you?
I'm
Where
at
are you gonna be
Miller
located?
Fillmore Suburban Hospital. This
Right.
is like our 6th or 7th year there. They're great. We have volunteers throughout the day that will unload your groceries right from your car and register you to win those prizes. And then at nighttime, I'm basically on my own. And a lot of third shift people come. Some people
Yeah.
will wake me up, which is,
But you're there the whole time.
I'm there the whole time. I'll step out a little bit Friday to take a shower. And there's like 2 days I take showers,
Okay, so
Good to know.
Two things. Somebody's asking.
but I
you-
come right back to the
Yeah.
truck.
Somebody wants to know if you have a porta potty.
Yes, there's a porta potty. There's also a bathroom in the tour bus, the 97 Rock tour bus. Everyone thinks you don't sleep on this truck. You sleep on that bus. I go, bro, that bus has no heat. This truck has more heat
Yeah,
than that
yeah,
bus
Yeah.
has.
Yeah.
And then we have a couple minutes, Beauvais. Can somebody tell us the story of when you?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, sorry, my buddy John Scott slamming things over behind me. But yeah, so I went and did one night with Dave when he spent the night. Now that
He's the
wasn't
only one that
though-
calls me Dave, by the way.
yeah, I don't know. Okay, so I was with Jickster, and I don't remember. That wasn't though at Millard Fillmore. Where was your location before?
We were at Eastern Hills Mall.
Yeah.
Right parallel to transit. We've been
Yeah.
at 19 years. We've been on different locations, but we were there. We were there when you stayed.
Yeah. So
But it
now
was cold.
it was very cold. Now this is a
We
dumb.
have 2 minutes, guys. We have 2 minutes.
This was dumb on my part. So Jickster sleeps in a recliner that has a heater basically shooting right towards him, but he stays close to like the outside. Now, in my mind, I was
Because
like,
if I don't, you'll die of carbon monoxide poisoning.
yeah, so
There's
in
a
my
method to
mind,
your
I was
madness.
like, if you stay further away from the fresh air, I would imagine it cuts off the wind better. So I brought a sleeping bag and I slept like right in the middle of the aisle where all the food gets donated. And like legitimately, I woke up 5 times just shaking. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cold. This is so cold. Now, it's all relative, right? Like there are people who are outside all the time. And this was for 6 hours or something. But I went and I did a live shot for Channel 7 News at 11 p.m. And then I did it again at 5 and 6 in the morning. And I spent the night with him. And same thing. People came and they donated food in the middle of the night. And it was kind of super cool to like see how the whole process worked. But yeah. we always joke like, yeah, we spent a night together. We had a
It
little
was
sleepover.
so great
Yeah,
to
yeah.
see a TV guy's hair all messed up.
Yeah.
That was great. I'm like, that's
yeah.
the real Beauvais, the Beauvais
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Well,
But
thank
it-
you
it
for
was
what you
fun.
do. Thank you for what you do.
Thank you. And also I do want to give Channel 7, look, at all media covers it, which is great because every little bit helps. But Channel 7, when we partnered with you guys, and it had to be at least 10 years, you guys are reminding your viewers, there's a lot of viewers that watch Channel 7 that might not listen to 97 Rock. So you're getting the word out, and the awareness of what Feed More does. So we want to thank you very much.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for doing what you do.
And how's the
Yes.
weather going to be?
It's going to be good to start anyway.
They're telling us we got to go.
Yeah, we got to go.
I don't
We
want
gotta
to.
go.
I don't want to go.
Check out the news at 5. We'll let you know the weather.
Beauvais, we'll see you on the ice. We'll see you on the ice.